most of the people have no idea how to touch. And if it's not in the context of sexuality, then they have like this kind of issue just to be sensual with someone. So how important is for us to let go of that idea that touch is connected to sexuality, which it is, but you can use also touch as nourishing, as friendship, as connection. So what do you think about that?
Oh, well, I think it's absolutely true. I mean, most people, from my experience, and I do travel around the world teaching workshops in many different cultures around the world, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of fear and anxiety around touch. Are we touching properly? Does the person like our touch? Then when we start to move into a more sensual, erotic, or sexual space, we think we're supposed to be this master at giving pleasurable touch. Yet many of us don't really have basic skills. And the first skill really is being in the present moment. If you're in your ease, if you're relaxed, if you're in your heart and you're joyfully giving touch, most likely, even if you are not a massage therapist or you're trained in any particular type of touch, if you're in the present moment and you're coming from your heart, you're going to give beautiful touch.
And that's important you mentioned, because a lot of people, like you say, they go to the heads and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this skill. I'm going to do this something new. It's sort of like, how could I say it? Like you feel very stressed out because you need to show off, or you need to make things perfect or learn a technique. It becomes very technical. So how can we allow ourselves to be in the present moment and get out of our heads?
Yeah, well, so the first step I would say is learning practices like yoga and meditation that bring us into connection with our body, that bring us into connection with what's happening emotionally. Because if we're unaware, if we're unconscious of our emotions, that's going to impact our whole being, our whole energy field, and it's certainly going to impact how people experience us.
So emotion is translated to our hands.
Oh, if someone touches me and they're not present or they're feeling some level of anxiety, I can feel it immediately. And I think actually most people can tell something's off. So, that's why I'd say before we even engage in touch with another person, we want to connect with ourselves. We want to bring ourselves into the present moment. And that's actually a big part of the courses that I'm teaching around the world, how to bring yourself into the present moment before you even start to make a connection with another person.